I want to do a check-in with Hazel and where she's at, how things have been going. She had her appointment with the ophthalmologist because we were concerned about we were just concerned about her vision, and we heard about cortical visual impairment, but we just weren't really sure where she's at. So the ophthalmologist said that we have to treat her as if she does have CDI, but he doesn't want to call it that quite yet because her brain is still having residuals from the seizures. So in July, he's going to reassess her because July will be 6 months post seizure. And once a child is at least 6 months after a seizure, their brain has kind of calmed down from all the residuals. So, but from now until then, we want to get her seeing and doing baby stuff and exploring her world. So we have to treat her as if she has cortical visual impairment. So then in a couple of days after that, we went to her occupational therapist, and the occupational therapist explained kind of how people with CDI see and what toys would be best. So I had always thought that babies need light colored toys and calming colors, but which is true. But for a child with CDI, they need to have high contrasting colors and colors that you can really differentiate between what a lot of the toys from Vienna to Hazel are great. We wanted to have some things that were like perfect for Hazel. So we went to Bye Bye Baby, and I asked the sales associate, like, do you have high contrasting toys, like black and white stuff? And she suggested this brand called Sassy, and it seemed to me that that was their theme running through all of their toys. So we got this little book, and this is the brand, Sassy, and yeah, all their stuff is this black and white thing, this theme. We showed it to Hazel before we bought it, and she actually looked at it. Like, when Hazel looks at us, sometimes she's there, and then sometimes she's totally not. She doesn't track very well, and that's because of the impairment. And so we have to train her how to track, which means we have to have things that grab her attention and make her want to track, and that's how her eyes are going to end up learning how to do that. So yeah, so we found this little book, which we will do for tummy time and also for track training. So we will be essentially putting it in front of her face and trying to get her to track with it. I found this block set, which is from that same brand as well. No, actually that's a lie. It's from Baby Einstein. They seem to be having a lot of that stuff as well, black and white themed things. So it kind of can go different ways. And yeah, she liked this. It definitely got her attention. For standing play, you know, typically babies, they put their hands up, they pull themselves up, and they start walking around the sides of the couch. We have to simulate that for her, so we have to actually stand behind her and get her bearing weight on her legs and standing up and wanting to see what's up on the top of the couch. So we're going to put this up there to grab her attention. Then we found these rattles where they have suction cups on the bottom so they can go on her high chair, but they also are small enough that she can hold it with her hand. When she was at the occupational therapist, she got thumb splints, basically. They're soft shell splints, so they go on her thumb, which will pull her thumb out because she's still doing this. So this is going to go on there, it's going to pull it out for her, and then the first time she had tried it, she actually was able to grab this, and then it went right in her mouth. But at least she liked it. Then we got this play mat, sensory mat. Yes, it's not actually high contrasting colors and stuff, but as much as seeing, she needs to get all of her senses going. So I remember Vienna had this and she loved it. She would lay on her tummy and she would squish it around. It's just, this one is a whale, but there's different creatures and shapes you can get. Vienna's was just an oval. But you put water in it and then they can squish it around, and these little creatures, they float around. So when you squish it, they move around. So we'll see how she does with this. This will probably be on her high chair, but we'll see how she does with that. And then this was a more mommy buy. I don't know if she's gonna even like this, but I thought it was pretty funny. So this pulls out just like with real tapes back in the day, and then you have to wind it back up. So yeah, like I said, this is more for me. She did like the song, so. And then she had got a headband, and again, it has nothing to do with cortical visual impairment, but her birthday is coming up. She's gonna have a fairy party, so she got a fairy crown. But yeah, we will see how she does with this. We kind of did the first test in the store, see what she liked, and she liked it. So all right, so here is Miss Hazel in her Baby Yoda outfit and Hello Kitty. It's just the mix match. There we go. Okay, so Hazel is still working on her head control. She still kind of flops her head down a little bit, but she's been doing a lot better with that. So here she is, and you'll be able to see her eyes like that. Okay, how about some blocks? Ooh. I'm gonna try to do with the zebra. And sometimes if you're trying to do tracking work, it works good if you have something that makes a noise, because you can try to get their attention back to where it needs to be. Yes, this is Miss Hazel. So she is, when she stands, she's working on that head. So she does keep it up for a little bit. Then she kind of drops it back down, and then she'll put it back up again, and she kind of drops it back down. Yeah. So we're working on trying to get her to hold it up. I was really scared that she wasn't going to be able to, but it seems little by little, day by day, she's doing a lot better with it. So we are just trying to do everything that every therapist is telling us to do, basically. But she's doing good. Okay, so I'm going to show you her thumb soft shell thumb splints. They're kind of like a splint, but they're more just to try and get her to loosen up in her hands. Okay. Let's fix this here. Now we're just sucking on my hand. Okay. Good. So Hazel's hands are typically like this. And they are starting to grow like that because they've been like that for so long. Well, they did grow like that. They're starting to loosen up more, but we want to keep them loosening up. And she can't learn to grab things if she's grabbing like this. You need to have your thumb. So her occupational therapist tried these on her. And so I'm going to put them on her. She wears them 20 minutes at a time, just a couple minutes or a couple times a day. So if you put her hand up like this, she instantly closes. So you're going to put her hand or your kid's hand down. Yeah, she doesn't like it very much. And then we're going to go like this, try to get her to open. And we get your thumb on, and we put the thumb on. Where's that little thumb? There it is. Good. So we're going to pull this top part over and then bring the Velcro to it. And that's going to pull the thumb out. It's going to look like this. If you were to pull this part first, then you're going to end up pulling the thumb back. So you pull the top part out and then bring the Velcro to it. And there you go, there's one. At first, she didn't like it. But then when she realized she could chew on it, and it was more of a chew toy than anything. Where did you put the other one? Then she seemed to like it. There we go. All right, now we're gonna put this other one on. Okay. So we're gonna put her hand down, stick her thumb in the thumb hole. Where's that thumb? There it is. Okay, we're gonna pull this top part like that, hold it in place, and then she's got her little boxing gloves on. Boom, 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 boom. And now she can grab things much easier. So we're gonna go like this, stimulate her opening her hand. Maybe. Look at that. Look at that grab. Fantastic grabbing. Right to the mouth. But the point is that she is actually grabbing it like this, exploring her little world. So that is where little Miss is at. She is not on any medication anymore. Now it's just working on kind of getting her where she needs to be. She's not having seizures anymore. So she doesn't need seizure medication anymore. She's just working on where she needs to be.